Hello there, pal number one. Welcome to your reading, and today we are going to talk about who is your soulmate. Right from the beginning, I just want to mention that soulmate relationship does not have to be a romantic one. It could be platonic, it could be familial, but in your case here, I think it is more likely about friendship. If there are any indication that is telling me that this is more than a friendship relationship, then I will tell you more, but so far all I see here is about friends. So the first card is the oracle card. It's about it's okay to be random. Let's try to do things out of the box. There is no box to begin with anyway. So that is your first card, and I just see here that you will meet with your soulmate when you are exploring things, when you are expanding your comfort zone, when you are trying to learn new things, trying to start a new adventure in your life. So perhaps you are making projects like a 30 days challenge, or you do things or activities that you have previously explored before. You will meet with them at that time when you are exploring and expanding, when you are getting in touch with your impulsivity, and rather than shaming this randomness, this chaos, you are actually riding the waves. You did not question that, but you just let it flow. You follow your intuitions. Of course, I would like to remind you not to hurt yourself and others in the process. Please do be careful. And I see here with the Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles, it could be that your soulmate is someone who is a student, or they are learning something. So for example, you are joining a course and they are also a student there who are learning together with you. So it's not the teacher, but more of the student who are learning together with you. So I can see here that the reason why you met with them is that so that you can expand together, so you can walk together and explore more things and learn from each other. That is just what I see here, very prominent in your reading, and you will learn from each other. Just feels like one of you is the Page of Cups and the other is the Page of Pentacles. One of you is very resourceful and the others knows how to take the lesson learned. Like in any hobbies, activities, or experiences, they are able to be reflective about it. They or you, by the way, are able to see things in a whole way. Like they see things in a different perspective, and they are able to teach you the things that you have been taken granted for, or you've been blinded because it's your blind spot, or you have yet to notice it. This is really interesting because on the other hand, the one who is more resourceful and more grounded is helping the other person. So basically there is two, Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles. The Page of Cups is more emotional based, it's more abstract, and it's more in the heart and the head, while the Page of Pentacles is more grounded, it's rooted, and they are resourceful. So when the Page of Cups is out of touch, then the Page of Pentacles will try to help them ground and see things in their perspective. While if the Page of Pentacles is too grounded and unable to see things in the bigger picture in other perspective. The Page of Cups will help them see their perspective. So this is basically just you and them, your soulmate, are sharing each other perspective and learning from others, because each of you have your own strength, and with that you are supporting each other and helping each other to notice the things that you are good at. So perhaps for you it's easy to be more emotional, to be more empathetic, and to put yourself in other people's shoes, while the other person are easier for them to be thrifty, to look at opportunities, or to be more grounded in this reality, or even vice versa. You are the one who is easier to be grounded in your reality than them. They are more emotional and that kind of thing. So, or perhaps you could even make an online products or online community, and for all I know you could even start a YouTube channel together, because you have this ideas that both of you are trying to make into a reality. Or even you can create a Kickstarter or raise money to a cause that both of you believe in. Those sorts of projects that is challenging the both of you and pushing the both of you to the limits. This is so exciting, and if you are meeting this person, I would like to listen to your story. But I think that's it for reading. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Don't forget to enjoy this. I'm going to be honest again that the dynamic of your relationship is really, really, really beautiful. You have each other backs. You are completing checklists together, or a bucket list, or anything that you would like to explore together. You support each other. You have each other backs, and you know that they are reliable. You can rely on them and they can rely on you. This is so beautiful because it reminds me of yin and yang, that combination where two different people that is completing each other. And this is really interesting with the Retreat Oracle card over here that is saying it's time to disconnect from the world. It feels like when you are together, you are like in your own world. So other people does not matter. What matters is the both of you and the things and activities that you are doing. So honestly, it wouldn't be weird if it's someone who you do hiking together, or you build projects with. I just see about carpentry, like you are redecorating the house, making cupboards or furniture, and basically you are making projects together and completing them, making checklists of the things that you would like to do together. This is so beautiful, and honestly, I would really love to have this as my pile, because the energy is so awesome and fiery but very supportive. This is so amazing, and I'm pretty envious, to be honest. If this is not my pile, I'm going to be disappointed, because sometimes I do read my own reading, but usually after months that I've already made it, so that I forgot about it. But I really like the energy of this reading, to be honest. It's really, 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 really huggable, if that makes sense, because it feels like the huggable that is not wishy-washy, but when you feel like your efforts and your affection is returned. So you are seeing things eye to eye, despite that you are seeing in different situations. If you see here, the Page of Cups in the sea, in the ocean, while the Page of Pentacles are in a garden or a ground filled with grass. Yet those differences does not let them to be apart, and in fact it only glues them together because it helps them understand the situation fully, and they are able to see the picture in a complete view. So for example, if you are enrolling in a language course, then they will be someone who you will practice speaking in your target language. Or for example, if you are joining a carpentry class, then you will team up with them so that you can help each other to finish the project earlier. Or it could be that if you are joining a dance class, and you will practice together with them because you enjoy their company, you enjoy their hard work, and it feels like they are able to keep up with you and you can keep up with them. The sense of understanding that is happening between both of you, which is why it feels like the world is only yours, because despite the difference, it does not hinder you in making this connection and hanging together and exploring things together. Honestly, it wouldn't be weird if both of you are launching a project or launching a business, and it could be that you are making an app or creating community clubs, or perhaps you could even make an online products or online community. And for all I know, you could even start a YouTube channel together because you have this ideas that both of you are trying to make into a reality. Or even you can create a Kickstarter or raise money to a cause that both of you believe in. Those sorts of projects that is challenging the both of you and pushing the both of you to the limits. This is so exciting, and if you are meeting this person, I would like to listen to your story. But I think that's it for reading. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Don't forget to enjoy this. Hello there, Paul number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we are going to talk about who is your soulmate. And the first card is the oracle card that says, be light. You don't have to step too hard. It will be enough. So with this, your meeting or when you met with your soulmate is when you or them or even both of you can be in a situation where you have to work hard. You invest a lot of time, your energy, and a lot of efforts in some kind of projects or activities, and it made you stressed out. You feel like trapped. You feel like you are not doing enough. But then when you meet each other, they served as a reminder that you don't have to step too hard. You don't have to stress all of these things out, because whatever you do, it will be enough in this moment. Perhaps you might not think like that, but it will be enough. The things that you do will be enough. It could be that you are the one who is reminding them, or it could be that they are the one who is reminding you about this. However, I do see that Your soulmate is the kind of person who works really hard. They invest their time and efforts in order for them to develop skills and credibility. Like, for example, they are someone who collects certificate from enrolling in courses or just basically developing skills. I just reminded with a scene from a K-drama that I actually saw. It was only a clip. I forgot what was the name of the K-drama, but there is this man who is showing, it's Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha if I'm not mistaken. But the male lead are showing off the amount of certificate that he have to the other person, pointing out that they earn this, that they work hard and study. It just feels like that. Your person feels like someone who works really hard and takes things seriously. The kind of person who cannot stay still because they would like to pursue a lot of things. They want to fill their time, make use of the resources that they have, whether it's about people that they know, the insights, the experiences that they can learn from other people, or even courses that they can enroll, and free classes that they can join in and expand their knowledge or their skills. I do think that they are someone who is very productive, someone who thinks highly about knowledge, about expanding their minds. And actually, let me take it back. I don't think it's just about expanding their mind, but also expanding their skills. So it's like soft skills, hard skills, mental. And with the Ace of Cups over here, I do really think that they are also well-versed and emotional intelligence. They are the kind of person who will read books about psychology, therapy, and those books that may educate them. They are someone who is very action-oriented, the kind of person who have their schedules packed because they like to do that. There are some people who likes to relax and keep their free time open, but they are the kind of person who likes their time to be allotted into schedules or meetings or seminars, so that they know that they are not wasting their time. I think one thing that I'd like to mention is that perhaps they are the kind of person who is looking forward too much to the point that it's quite difficult for them to stay in the present moment, because they think too much about their next step, what is next, what challenge is ahead, rather than what is happening right now. I'm saying that they are sometimes too caught up into what will happen or what the future is going to be and what are their plans, more than enjoying the present moment, more than enjoying the small things, small moments. And I do think that meeting you was actually something that allows them to learn more, not to take things for granted, to be more in the present moment and learn that there are beauty in just relaxing, there are beauty in just being in the present moment and feeling the breeze or just looking at the clouds, just simple things like that. But previously, they are too caught up with their plans and visions to actually enjoy that. And yet the good thing is that you are with you, they are able to learn how to be more in the present moment, because they will want to enjoy time with you. I do really think that this might have been a romantic relationship to some of you, because I do understand that not all soulmate connection will be romantic, but I do think for this pal it could be a romantic relationship. Due to the card of true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. And I also see here that despite their appearance, they might seem softer than what they look like on the outside. I did not see any indication except that they look athletic, like they are taking their space. They are not afraid to make themselves known. Perhaps they could do any sports that requires them to move a lot. So perhaps soccer or playing tennis or any sports that require a lot of movements. So you move your hand, you move your legs, you run around, those kind of things. So regardless of their physical appearance, they do seem softer than they are. Their personality is more gentle, I might say, because there is this idealistic side of them that they keep to themselves. Perhaps it's because they don't look like what they appear. They put on a mask to cover up this soft-heartedness, their sensitivity, and pretend that, or I don't think it's pretending, it's more of like not showing it to anyone that they do not trust, with the deception of a hair. I do think that in the early beginning of your connection, they would not tell you how they actually feel right off the bat. There would be someone who thinks it first before actually telling other people, because in their mind they already prepared a scenario on how to respond if you react like this or react like that. So basically they already planned it out in their heads before they actually put it out in the world. I do think that because they get criticism that they do not act how they appear, and somehow they learned not to tell people their true feelings, their true opinions, what they likes and what they dislikes. I do think that to some of you, their appearance and their personality, there is a gap between them. Like for example, it could be that they are someone who is very athletic, they have muscles, however they like very cute things and they love watching Barbie movies and such things. On the first impression, you won't take them as someone like that. However, humans are multidimensional, which means that we cannot just judge people by their appearance, and people change all the time. So I do think because of that, they are your soulmate thinks that it's just easier to put on a mask and pretend they act like how they appear, rather than actually telling them their true preferences, their likes, their dislikes. They just keep that to themselves and the people who is really close to them. To be honest, I think this gap personality is that they are pretty emotional, they are pretty sensitive, the kind of person who will cry watching movies, probably cry watching Nemo or Finding Nemo, yes, or movies like Brave and so on. So, anything else that I have yet to mention? Oh yeah, I haven't mentioned about your dynamics. Your relationship is that both of you are utterly in love with each other. I don't know, but the true love over here, it just feels very mutual and soft. It just feels very warm and huggable, like a teddy bear kind of like love, if you know what I meant. It just feels very wholesome, like both of you are so wholesome with each other. You are very supportive and you remind each other of their respective strengths. You know, sometimes when the external world is being mean to you for quite some time and you kind of forgot your strength, you kind of forgot the power that you hold. Sometimes you internalize those external criticisms, and I do think that this soulmate of yours will be someone who will remind you of your power. They remind you of how great you are, how powerful you are, and how you create beautiful changes in both of your lives. And so I do really think this is a very, very wholesome connection. Perhaps in the beginning was going to be a challenge because they are not someone who will put off their mask just because you ask them to. If you try to confront them, they will pretend not to know at the very beginning because they do not know you. They put up walls so that they don't get hurt, but once they know that you are someone whom they can trust, I do think that they will show their affections to you really directly. It's not a push and pull type of relationship, no. They make it known. They make sure that they know, you know their intentions clearly. So it will be easy to know what their intentions because they will make it apparent right off the bat. Once they decided that they want to have you in their life, they will make sure you know how much they love you all the time. Very sincere and someone who is reliable. Honestly, this is a very healthy relationship so far, and I'm really happy for you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Hello there, pal number 3. Welcome to your reading, and today we are going to talk about who is your soulmate. So your tarot card is the Empress, the Devil, King of Pentacles, and Four of Swords. For your oracle cards, the first one is sit down. It's time to untangle it. The second one is express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And the third one is about chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So the first thing that I notice with your soulmate, by the way, soulmate does not always have to be a romantic relationship. It could be platonic relationship. However, in your pal, I do see that there is a romantic relationship, and you will be meeting when you are in a situation. Okay, it's more of a time period of your life where you are reflecting about your past, reflecting about your experiences a lot. So you are actually sitting down and confronting those feelings, those things that you have been putting off, the feelings that you've been putting under the rug, shoving it away, pretending that it wasn't there, or any sorts of problems that you've been ignoring and pretending that it does not matter. But in the period of your time where you are actually sitting down and looking at those uncomfortable feelings right into the eye and actually process that, rather than just simply having a huge baggage that you carry everywhere. You are sitting down and actually entangle that. You are unpacking a lot of things, and it will be the time where your soulmate come into your life. Most likely this will be something that is romantic by nature, because when I see the Empress, the Devil, as well as the Four of Swords, oh gosh, the vibe is just very spicy. I'm just going to be honest with you. It feels really spicy, and it feels like you cannot help but not to touch each other, and the attraction is really here, in your dynamics. It feels like both of you are, how do you say it? I rarely make any love readings, and when I do, it sounds awkward. Okay, I'm just going to try. So basically, perhaps both of you love language are physical touch. So there will be a lot of touching, skinships, and even when you are just doing your own thing, you are still putting a hand on the other person's shoulders, or you are putting a hand on the other person's knees, those kind of things. Like you are staying near while doing other activities. Like for example, the other one is reading a book, the other one is knitting or doing other things, but basically they are still in contact with each other. That is the dynamic that I see here. Moreover, they just seem very, I don't know why this word came into my mind, like someone was whispering it to me. Okay, but someone just said that they look really very husband or wife material, the kind of person that you want to have children with. Okay, actually the words that I just heard was more forward. I'm just going to say it, but they say that your soulmate is kind of breedable in a way. Okay, I don't even know how to say this because I get embarrassed myself. But I didn't know that some energy, like some power, have more forward and vulgar energy. And I'm not saying this in a bad way, it just feels like very touchy, very sexy, and very spicy. Probably someone who is using a lot of dirty talk in their connection, in their relationships. And honestly, out of the three piles, this one the most direct, forward, just right off the bat. When I shuffle your cards, it was literally flying off, and oh gosh. The more I tap into the energy, the more it gets more prominent. So basically, they want to pamper you, or vice versa, you want to pamper them. There is this feeling that you cannot get enough with each other, and honestly, the energy makes me flustered because perhaps you are some kind of, I don't know, maybe it's you or the other person, but y'all pretty kinky. I'm just gonna put it out there. This dynamic is like they want to pamper you, I did mention that, and they want the best for you. Like for example, if you are buying a piece of clothing, they will refer the most expensive one in the store, or if they are cooking for you, they will use the best ingredients that they can afford, so that they know you are going to enjoy this to its fullest. There is this sense that they are putting you in top priority. They are making sure that you are enjoying your time together with them. And also, I'd like to mention that it wouldn't be weird either if your relationship, feels like a breakfast in bed, like you're eating breakfast in bed, just literally just woke up and get to enjoy tasty meal, tasty breakfast, and welcomed into the reality once again with the people you love the most. Isn't that amazing? It feels very luxurious. If I pronounce it weirdly, forgive me, but it feels like they are spending money or wealth, or it could just be any resources. Like, for example, they are good at cooking, so they will cook for you. If they are good at doing carpentry, then they will build something that you are needing. And there is this kind of servant relationship, not in an unhealthy way, but they just want to give the best that they can. They want to provide you in a way that they can provide. So it depends on what their skills are. So if they are someone who is good at picking clothes, like good at styling or choosing the right fabrics on the right occasions, they will make sure to put in effort so that they are able to help you in making the best style that suited you, rather than just making or choosing trendy things, but actually choosing things or style that makes you bright. How do you say it? That pops out your beauty, that makes your beauty pops out. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So basically, they are customizing those styles so that it can fit you the best. Very attentive people, to be honest. This person, whoever they are, man, woman, non-binary, but they are someone who is very attentive. So if you're someone who loves getting a lot of attention, then you will love this person wholeheartedly, because, excuse me, my tummy just grows, but it feels like you will be fulfilled with them. Oh gosh, I just hear something really, I don't know. But to be honest, the energy is really hot, I feel like I'm interrupting too much because I tap into your energy. So I just heard that make use of me. I am to your disposal. But again, that's just what I heard, and I am in no way promoting any toxic relationship. So please be careful. I'm not going to say that this will turns out bad or it will turn toxic, but just be careful and set boundaries right off the bat, because they just seem like they are willing to do a lot of things for you, and I really hope that you take care of them, not taking advantage of their kindness and their efforts. Please do not take it for granted. Honestly, your connection is really the bomb, and both of you will really enjoy each other company. And honestly, there are so many sexy and dirty things that probably both of you are doing behind the scene, and yeah, absolutely. And if that is something that you've been waiting for, then enjoy that. I'm happy for you if that makes you happy, and don't forget to stay safe in the process, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.